I just wanted to make a quick video, talking about why I make the videos I do at all. Sometimes I want to quit making videos because I don't really have that many subscribers and I don't have that many views and stuff like that. And, I think to myself, and I'm sure other people do too, why do you keep making all these videos if you don't have hardly any subscribers and views and stuff like that? Well, a couple reasons. One, because I believe in the things I think, say, and do. I am leaving this as when I die, my children and hopefully my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren come back and watch this and go, hey, that was Grandpa Ryan, or that was my dad, or whatever. And I want them to go, man, he was crazy, and he was a little smart and stuff. But also another reason I make these videos is because it's, how bad do you want it? I want to spread my message of being stronger, faster, richer, smarter, funnier, better than you were the day before, all that stuff. I want to spread that message. And so then the people who do watch my videos are like-minded people who want to be stronger, faster, smarter, richer, funnier, whatever, all that stuff. And sorry if I'm breathing real hard, I just got done running and lifting weights, but you got to think to yourself, like, how bad do you want it and why do you want it? So, your why has to be so big and that it makes you so emotional that you won't quit at the first sign of struggle or hardship. What's your why? Maybe you had health issues. Maybe you're, depressed or angry. Maybe you're doing it for your loved ones. I don't know, but your emotions has to make you so, your why has to make you so emotional that it makes you want to be better, faster, stronger, smarter, richer, and never, ever, ever give up, regardless how many failures you have, and that you're willing to shoot for the stars, because even if you fucking miss, you're still gonna land on the goddamn moon. And then you gotta think to yourself, like, well, now that I know why I want it, how bad do I want it? Do you want it bad enough that you're willing to starve yourself? That you're willing to, go without food, go without water so you're super dehydrated? Are you willing to lift that weight to the last rep or the last set? You're just pushing so hard, you just can't get it up, but you keep coming back every day and trying again and again until you can get that weight up, and then you just add more weights and do it all over again, again, and again? Are you willing to run faster, farther, longer, all that stuff? Until your lungs just feel like they're on fire and your heart's about to beat out your chest. I mean, are you willing to study as hard as you can? Get from, the special ed classes to the regular classes to the advanced classes to being, the valedictorian, whatever. Are you willing to read an extra page, an extra chapter, an extra book? Are you willing to do more assignments than the teacher gave you? Are you willing to read other books that aren't even assigned to you? Are you willing to watch other videos? Are you willing to go to seminars? Are you willing to, whatever, educate yourself, as find mentors? Are you willing to count your macros and track your calories? And I know I kind of go back on the food thing. Count your calories and track your macros and your water and stuff like that, and really kind of dial it in. Are you, are you really willing to go that far and that hard? Are you willing to go to work an hour early and stay an hour late and skip lunch and make that extra phone call and go to that extra meeting and, team build or collaborate or ask someone for help? Or, are you willing to work harder and pay attention to what you're actually doing and do it with passion and turn projects in early and, smile when you feel like, yelling at somebody? Are you, like, how bad do you want it? That's the whole point. How bad do you want it? If you're just willing to go through the motions, you don't want it that bad. And if you don't want it that bad, you're never going to get it. And the more things are, worthwhile, the harder it is, the more work you're going to have to put into it. If you want to be the richest person in the world, or, you want to create that thing that nobody's ever created, or, whatever it is, the more lucrative, the more worthwhile it is, the harder it's going to be. But that's also a gift, because the harder it's going to be means the less people are going to want to do it, because people don't want to do the hard work. So that's an opportunity for you if you'll just take it. Take life by the horns and go after it and get after it and work hard. Quit being a bitch. Get off the couch. Get going. Get out of bed. Wake up early. Do what you got to do. Do your ikigai. Ikigai. It's a Japanese word, means life purpose. Look that up. I've got a video. The very first video I ever made was, what your life purpose is and how to figure out what you should be doing with your life purpose. But basically, this video was really about, how bad do you want things? Are you willing to sacrifice and dedicate and, do the things you hate to do like you love to do them? Do you have the dedication? Do you have the passion? Are you willing to put in the time, the effort, the resources, the money, the assets? What are you willing to do to get what you really want? Put your, the proof is in the pudding. Put your money where your mouth is. Shut the fuck up and get going. All right, subscribe, share, comment, like. Let's get to work. That's pretty good. It's all off the cuff.